The G20 Summit is happening again in India this time. And it seems like it could be a big year given that both China's Xi Jinping and Russia's Vladimir Putin are deciding not to attend. And President Biden is thought to get other world leaders to align with him on matters like the Ukraine-Russia war and offsetting China's influence in the Indo-Pacific. But is it something that will make significant waves, or is it more political banter? Those two big questions here. Let's bring in Yahoo Finance's Rick Newman to give us some insights and some answers as well. Hey, Rick.
Hey, guys. A lot of Americans are feeling pretty bummed out about their country, but America is set to shine at this global summit of large nations known as the G20 Summit. I mean, as you pointed out, leaders of China and Russia won't be there. U.S. stepping into the absence. Look at what's happening in China. They got all kinds of economic problems, and it looks like maybe their era of miracle growth is over. And as for Russia, once the other superpower in the world, their president, Vladimir Putin, is under indictment for war crimes. He's not going anywhere where he might get arrested. And of course, Russia may also be in permanent decline because of its disastrous invasion of Ukraine and all the sanctions that are on Russia at this point, and all the money it's pouring into that war. So Biden will kind of be holding the stage there, along with Modi of India. And as you pointed out, this is an opportunity for the United States to say to some emerging nations, maybe you'd rather align with us than China, who has maybe seen its best days in the past, and certainly who would want to align with Russia at this point. This could make a difference down the road. It could affect things such as trade. Some of the countries that we get our imports from. After this event, Biden is going to Vietnam, which is an increasingly important source of trade for the United States. Some of the stuff that we used to get from China is actually now going to Vietnam, and which coming into the United States from Vietnam. There are no additional tariffs on imports from Vietnam as there are on imports from China, which Trump did. So that's an example of the type of influence Biden may be trying to spread around at this meeting of foreign nations.
And Rick, you alluded to this earlier, that even though he is trying to gain that support overseas, that sentiment back home is not necessarily fantastic. And that is now being reflected in some of the polling around and looking ahead to 2024.
Yeah, I mean, this was a bit of a watershed week for polling that really shows the concern Americans have with Joe Biden's age. So there have been several polls this week and in prior weeks that say even Democrats, a strong majority, solid majority of Democrats say Biden should not run again. It should be somebody else. Around 75% in a variety of polls say Biden is too old to be president. And he can't remediate this. I mean, he's only going to get older, obviously. So, the old saying, it's the economy, stupid, that every president needs to just focus on the economy. I don't know. I'm wondering if maybe for once in the 24 election cycle, it will not be the economy, stupid, because the economy is in pretty good shape, and it's arguably getting better as the inflation rate falls. The Federal Reserve is probably done hiking interest rates and so on. We don't have a recession. We do have a soft landing. Goldman Sachs, yet another forecaster, improving its outlook for the U.S. economy this week. And Biden is getting no credit for this. It's as if voters look at Biden and all they see is the fact that he's 80, turning 81, and he would be 86 if he finishes a second term. This is feeling like a moment of reckoning for Biden, when maybe he has to look in the mirror and say, I am pretty old.
Maybe he does that already, just not publicly. I don't know, Rick. We'll find out. Rick Newman, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Bye, guys.